Hello, my Stampin' friends. Welcome to another episode of Stampin'withCandace.com. Sorry, I'm going to pause for 1 second. I just realized I forgot to click to make sure I'm actually going live. Uh, I think it's working, so welcome. If you haven't joined me before, my name is Candace Anderson. I am in Hiram, Utah, and I go live every week, usually on Mondays. This month, I have been going live on Wednesdays because I have a prior obligation on Mondays for the month of May, but then I should be going back to Mondays. I have some extra times this month as well. I have been participating in a card a day in May, created by my friend Kevin Thiessen, and he's asked me to go live in his group a couple of times. If you missed it, I was live on Sunday. You can catch that replay and the card that I shared. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it was this one, but I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it was this card that I shared. Um, I can't remember what I'm doing anymore. That's okay. I will be going live with them again on Saturday and then towards the end of the month again. So today, the theme for our card is animal themes, and I have wanted the Silly Old Bear suite since it came out, partly because my son and daughter-in-law, that was kind of their theme with my new granddaughter. She's only like 3.5 months, I think. And it was the old style Winnie the Pooh, which is what this suite is. And so I wanted to get it specifically so I could scrapbook, but I thought it was perfect for today's theme. So if you haven't grabbed it yet, go out and grab that. But we are going to, sorry, moving things out of the way. We are going to switch cameras and get started here and share this project with you. I apologize. I do not know who created this card. It was in one of my stash of swaps that I had, but it's a pretty easy kind of fun fold. So we're starting with a piece of 9 by 4 1/4 paper, and we're going to put it in our cutting and scoring, and we're going to we want this one out here. We're going to start at scoring it at 3 1/4. Then we're going to move it to 6 1/2, which is going to give us two 3 1/4 inch parts. And then we're going to go to 7 3/4, which should give us two 1 1/4 inch parts here. And then I have one other piece. This one is 8 1/2 long by 2 1/4 wide, and we're going to put it in here and score it at 3 inches. So that is our quick, easy scoring for this. And I am mostly using designer series paper. So let me show you kind of this suite. The one thing I don't have at the moment is the embossing folder. It was out when I bought it. It is available now, so you can get the whole suite. But the suite comes with, if you get the full one, you can get the Sweet Old Friends stamp set, which has all these really cute, like I said, it's the old style Winnie the Pooh, the classic, and then it has the dies that you can get to match it, to cut all those out. Um, and then this is the one you maybe wouldn't think to get, but I highly recommend getting it. And you'll probably use it for lots of other projects, but it is the Sweet Words and Labels. It also has a die, and these dies, there are a whole bunch of them. They layer up really cool. And so I highly recommend getting this. You use it for lots of other things, but this has all kinds of the fun little sayings in it that work perfect with this Winnie the Pooh set. Now let me show you the paper. The paper is just so cute. We're going to just pull it out so you can see the different ones. So this one, you can see little Winnie the Pooh up in the trees, fun trees. the map of the 100-acre woods. This one is just a um, conglomeration of the different characters, a nice subtle background on the back. This is using some of the new in colors as well. Um, Another one, mostly Pooh and Piglet on this one, and another just plain background. And then we've got these couple fun um like scenery ones. These make really fun cards, or you can do them for scrapbook. Again, just basic. This is really teeny tiny of the characters, kind of an outline. And then we have another one. This is what we're actually going to be using for our card today. And these are, you can cut them out with the dies. So that's really cool. You can cut the dies out. I believe these characters here, the dies will also fit over a bunch of these characters that you can cut them right out from the paper. And then the last one is this cute little one here, which I'm going to be using this little, I don't know, starburst one. So those are the papers that you can use. And like I said, I just put the die on there and cut out what I wanted. I did cut this down first, so you can cut out these ones if you want. I used some of this. Oh, that's the back side of that one. I forgot to show you some nice little green stripes. So we're going to go back to here. And like I said, there's a really cute embossing folder that you can get that's the 100-acre woods. But these are the pieces that I have cut out. So we have a 3x4, and we're just going to go ahead and attach this. Now this one would be really cute too, but I am going to go with the more plain one. Actually, I'm going to hurry and fold on my score lines just so it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to fold that big one, and then I'm going to fold this one up, and then I'm going to fold this one down. So we kind of make this little step is what we're going for. And so we're going to just attach this one right here. And then I am using the little stripes right here. So we're going to attach that one along the bottom. Again, like I said, super simple, easy. So this one is 1x4, 3x4. And then this one is 2x5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and fold and score that one really quick. And we're going to put this one on here. So I'm actually not doing a whole lot of stamping on this project because we are going to use the Designer Series paper to highlight, which means this card's going to be slightly different than the other card I made because the images were all different. But like I said, you can get that the die, and it has the different shapes that kind of layer over each other. So it's kind of nice and easy to create those layered shapes. And I could totally use this on lots of other projects, for sure. Here, this is another one of the dies that I've just pre-cut out there. And it does include some of these like fun little leaves, some acorns. Like I said, there's some really cool fun. And the little leaves and acorns are in with these label dies versus these ones. There's some more leaves, little honey pot, little tree stumps. So a lot of little fun things, plus the ones to cut out the images. So now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. We're going to set this aside, and I'm going to grab my early espresso. And I have the saying, "You deserve a little treat." And we're going to stamp that on here. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and it is also the 3x4. This one says, "Sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. And I think these are so cute. Just a whole bunch of little honey pots that we can put at the bottom. One of the great things about this card is when you stamp on here, there's not a lot of room left. So if you have someone you want to give a card to, but you don't want to do a whole lot of words, it makes it simple because you can just put your name in there and let the stamps do all the work for you there. We're going to grab our Golden Glow, and I'm going to squish the middle here really quick first, get some ink on there, and I'm just going to use my aqua painter, and we're going to, oh, I got a little too much water on that. That's okay. No worries. Sorry, grab a tissue. All right. See if I can get a little less water. And I'm going to kind of just add a little bit in here. I don't know why I have so much water coming out. That's okay. It's usually doesn't have a whole lot of water. There we go. Just kind of trying to make it look like the honey pot is kind of overflowing there. And then we're going to grab some of our pecan pie. Just kind of add a little bit to some of these. I think we're going to add, I'm going to grab my Mossy Meadow. Yeah, I like that color a lot better. And I think we are going to hurry and grab our Cajun Craze. Add a little bit of that rusty color in here as well. And my first one, I did not color these in. So I will show you. It does look super cute without it colored in, but I do like the colored in as well. So one last thing that I'm going to do, we'll let that dry for a second before we attach it. I am going to grab my crumb cake and my blending brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit around the edge of this. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm using the crumb cake on it. I'm not changing colors, but just to add a little bit of definition to my leaves here. So when you're doing this, you don't always have to go the exact same color. You can go a darker color, a lighter color, a neutral color. Just kind of depends on the look you're going for. This way I didn't have to change and do a bunch of different ink colors because I could just do kind of the neutral color, and it worked just fine to add a little bit of highlight. And then we're going to grab our glue and see if it wants to come out for me. Add just a tiny bit up onto the top here. So I can put the top of the acorns on there. And the acorns I did in pecan pie and early espresso. I've got Mossy Meadow and Old Olive for our leaves, and then crumb cake for our words. So there we go. Now we have all our pieces. We can finish putting this together. So we're going to do the inside here. So this card does actually open up, even though it has a fun fold on it. So we're going to put this on our inside, and then we're going to fold it down. Now we're going to finish attaching this. We're just going to put a strip along the bottom and a strip along the top here. And then we can fold this, and we're going to go right along the very edge because it is going to be 5.5. So it still becomes a 4.25 by 5.5 standard card side. And then we're just going to press that one against the back. So this is what it's going to look like. But it's really fun because it can stand up for the person, but it folds flat to be able to send it. And we're going to add some dimensionals here. And I'm only adding them to the one side because it is going to stick off on the other side here. So I'm going to kind of put that about right there. And we'll add some onto this one. And kind of doing it off to the side a little bit here. And I'm going to grab my mini glue dots. I'm just going to put one on the end, and I'm going to tuck it up underneath here. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Tuck it up underneath. And this one, same thing. They're kind of laying over each other. And then I'm going to grab my little acorns. Mini glue dots just make this really simple and easy to attach them on there. Hanging on there, and we'll finish it off. I'm going to take some of my, you can do crumb cake or, your basic ones that have the more crumb cake color, or you could just use the, what is it called? Linen thread. So I doubled it up. So I'm tying kind of a double bow instead of just a single one. All right. Just making kind of a big fun bow here. Try and even it up a little bit. And cut it off so it's more even. I'm just going to roll up one of the mini glue dots. This is my favorite way to put this on. And I can put one on the back there and kind of add it to the side. And we're going to use a couple of these little gems and finish it off. And there we go. Isn't that so cute? Such a fun little card that you can give to someone. I thought it worked really well with the Winnie the Pooh. So here's the first one that I did. Like I said, different image, and that's without coloring on the inside. Of course, you could do either, or you could also use our Stampin' Blends, or you can use pencils. Lots of fun ways to color the inside of those. But again, super fun, quick, easy way to create a fun fold card using the Designer Series paper instead of doing a lot of stamping. I hope you enjoyed that. If you, what was I going to say? Sorry, my brain is not working today. So remember, you can join me every week. If you love stamping, there is a amazing promotion going on right now, even if you want to try getting the products, but you can join my team. All the information is on my website, CandiceAnderson.stampinup.net, but you can get the full pack of new in colors when you join my team as a little bonus. I believe it goes through the end of May. I'll try and post some more on my Facebook and Instagram page so you can see that as well. But I would love to have you join me. I've been doing this for 20 years. Hanging out with my friends and everybody I've met is probably my favorite part of Stampin' Up. I have friends from all over the world that I've met through Stampin' Up, and it's amazing. Plus, I get to stamp and create and share with you, so it makes me very happy. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you do have any questions or want to see more, continue to follow along. You can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, my blog. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Haven't been working on that one too much, but there's lots on there. So go check it out. And thanks again. We'll see you next week. Or no, Saturday. I will be here Saturday and then next Wednesday. So have a great night. Bye bye.